I'm Shanna, and my son is Levi, and he is 4 years old. He'll be 5 in October. He was diagnosed with cerebral palsy when he was 9 months old, and we heard about the Anat Baniel Method, and particularly Jon from Riley Hospital. We are extremely pleased with the results and just definitely believe wholeheartedly in the Anat Baniel Method and Jon's work. We see what we would call minor changes, what Jon would say there's no minor changes, and we also see large changes as well. First of all, he is a lot more stable in his walking. He learned to walk last fall, so he's been walking a little under a year, and he's now to the point where he can do steps. He walks over thresholds that have a little step without holding onto the door. Used to fall a lot and still falls some, but he's a lot more stable. His stance is not as wide as it used to be, so that gives him more stability. So with his walking in general, it's just a lot better. Also, his interactions with others is just totally different. Prior to our last 2 weeks, so this week and 3 weeks ago, he would not really interact with adults. He would acknowledge them, but if they talked back to him, he would not. He would turn away and act shy. And during the middle of our first week this summer, we were at a store and a guy said hi, and Levi turned to the guy and said hi. And ever since then, he's been had reciprocal interactions with adults, and my friends also noticed that as well, just that change and difference in him. And I would say the other large thing is just that he's attending better. He will answer questions, and well, I want to say too, his speech is also changed. He's said several more words. The words that he had prior to this, I would say, are more clear, and so he's definitely grown in that as well. So.
Cool. Those are all good things. He mentioned that he's able to use his one arm a lot better.
Yes, yeah. So Levi has a spastic left arm and just really doesn't use it a lot. And yes, well, the past 2 or 3 days, Jon's really been working on that, and yesterday he sat up on the table, kind of using his forearm to help him up. So, and then even just walking at home and just being at home, it's a lot more free. You can see the shoulder is down and his arm is a lot straighter, and it'll go up again sometimes, but I think generally he remembers that and is starting to acknowledge that, oh yes, I have a left arm and I can use it, and I can stretch it up high. I mean, just this morning he had it way above his head laying down, and that's different too. And where his feet are laying down, they used to be up to his chest, and now he's got them relaxed. So I mean, it's really amazing, all the changes. So.
Wow. And side sitting, was that something new or different?
Yes, and it's probably something that I didn't really notice before, but Jon has pointed out, and I can see when he points out to me that it's different. And so he's got him, he can sit more stably, I guess, and just this morning he was like leaning forward, and before Jon had to, when he was working with him on his table, he had to kind of brace him because he would sit back and use a lot of his stomach muscles instead of his back, and so Jon has got him to engage his back a lot more so that he sits better and in a more stable and free position.
He said it was easier to get in the van?
Yes. His transitions are better. So before, let's see, it was in the middle of last session, I think, that he started to want to get in the van and then even get up to his car seat by himself. And now he usually wants to do that completely unassisted and lets us know that he does not want to help. and
Wow.
that he can and will do it by himself. And that's how he is. If he feels like he can do something, he wants to do it independently. But he's also very, if he can't do it, he won't try. And so it takes him to have that confidence. And I think the lessons here have given him that confidence. So confidence in his walking, in his transitions, and speaking with others, and just his overall communication.
Cool. His play, has that changed at all?
There's a toy in there that Jon has that it's gears, and I don't think that before his lessons he would have been able to put the gears into the little hole that they go on, and so his fine motor skills have also increased as well. So
Cool.
lots of changes. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's great.